Hi guys, welcome to a new YouTube video. In this YouTube video is a get ready with me, but I'm going to be talking about just random things. Ignore the mess over there. I'm going to clean it up. My room's a bit messy right now. So I thought a good idea would be to ask ChatGPT to give me some questions, like topics to talk about, and then we'll talk about them. So let's just get into it. Okay, the first question is, these are just like random questions and they seem a bit deep from a quick skim. What are you trying to achieve right now? That is a great question. I'll be honest, I don't actually know what I'm trying to achieve right now. I think a peaceful life, maybe, is what I'm trying to achieve. I think so. I just want to get my money up, inshallah. And I just want to really protect my peace. Sorry, cut off. But yeah, I just want to achieve peace. I guess that's what it is. Okay, the next question is, do I feel like an adult? No, I feel like a child. Honestly, like I feel like I'm still living my child life. As in, I guess I do feel like sort of an adult because I'm working an adult job and I have to pay for things, which is something, to be fair, I've always had to pay for things, so it's not much of a surprise, but I do feel like I'm getting older, not just mentally but physically. I can definitely see the changes. My back is always hurting, so I do feel like an adult in that sense. Okay, the next question is, what's a mistake that taught you something valuable? A mistake that's taught me something valuable. I think that's a very good question. Okay, I've got a good one. I would definitely say talking too much. I think I'm very talkative, like I'm sort of like an open book-ish. So my mouth has always gotten me into situations. So I think I've definitely learned to stay quiet. I think also staying silent holds so much power. When you're angry, you should stay silent, because especially when you're angry, you say things you don't mean, and it's hard for people to distinguish the difference between saying stuff you don't mean when you're angry and actually meaning it, if you know what I mean. Like, people always say that whatever you say in anger is just the truth, but I don't believe that, because I genuinely do believe when you're angry, something just comes over you and you don't know what you're saying and you genuinely can't control it. So I definitely would say that one of the biggest mistakes that has taught me something valuable is just like talking and like staying silent. I think staying silent is probably the best thing to do. And also, as a girly, you want to be mysterious, so stay mysterious out here, girls. The next question is social media helping or hurting people? Hurting people, for sure it is hurting people. I don't think that there's anything good that comes from social media. It's nice when you're bored and you just want to have a little gander on TikTok and Instagram, whatever it is, but I think it sets standards, especially for girls, and you know what, and for guys. It sets standards that should not have even been set from the get-go. Do you know what I mean? Like, people always like, oh, I want to be skinny, I want to look like this, I want to look like that. Like, I know girls that look at other girls on TikTok or Instagram that and have basically said, I want to be like her. But then in my head I'm thinking, I get that you want to be like her, but also she might have like a really bad stomach problem and that's why she's really skinny, and she actually might want to try and put weight on or something like that. So I do think social media creates a lot of insecurities and it just causes a lot of problems. Like, there's miscommunication, things can be misread, mistyped, and you can't convey tone and like feeling through like text. So I do think social media is hurting people. Okay, the next question is, what do people not appreciate enough? Life. People do not appreciate life enough. I genuinely think that every problem that you have, okay, that I have, is a blessing. And obviously when a problem does arise, it upsets me and it does get me down. However, I do think it's a blessing, because there's problems that I have, that there's people in the world that wish they had the same problems as me, because their problems are bigger and like a lot more worse. And I feel like obviously people just don't appreciate life. Like, there's so much to life. Do you know what I mean? Just because you've got one problem, if you actually step back and look at that problem compared to everything else that goes on in the world, it's like it's nothing. And I just feel like people don't appreciate that enough. And there's so much to life. Like, you've got 24 hours in a day. Okay, let's say 12 hours you spend sleeping and resting and whatever it is. In 12 hours you could do so much. Like, go for a walk. I love going for walks. They're the best thing ever. You literally get to switch off. You don't even have to think of anything. Chuck your AirPods in, put a podcast on, put music on, whatever it is that helps you relax. But I actually do genuinely think that people, like, it does help, and people just don't appreciate life enough. There's never anything bad about life. Life is a gift, and we've all been given life for a reason. This sounds so cliche, but it is what it is. Okay, the next question is, what's a harsh truth that people need to hear? That is a really good question, because whatever harsh truth people need to hear, it's probably something I need to hear as well. But I think people know this but never accept it. If someone wants you, they will act like it. If someone wants you to stay in their life, they will keep you in their life, no matter what happens. No matter what happens, they will keep you in their life. Because at the end of the day, if you want something, you do anything you can to get it. And I feel like for a lot of nowadays, right, girls, you know, like, you speak to a new guy, whatever it is, and like, you have fun and you get along and stuff, and then things end for whatever reason, whether it's communication, you just weren't compatible, whatever it is. And I feel like a lot of people, including myself, because I've also been there, like, they let that be a reason to get them down. But it's also like, if that person wanted you, they would have worked with you and done everything with you to keep you there. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't have let one tiny argument or one little word or one tiny action be the be all and the end all. They literally would do anything they can if they really wanted you there. So you guys need to listen, because I need to listen. I need to take my own advice, all right? Because that's how it works. Am I where I thought I'd be? Great question. And you know what? Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I think I am. I've got my career. I'm currently getting my degree, and that is where I thought I'd be at 18, doing all of that, and that is what I'm doing. I did think that I'd be getting married soon. That's not on the cards for me, not on the table right now. But like, no biggie, I'm turning 21 soon. Like, there's literally no rush. I realise there's a lot more to life. Like, I could get my career sorted, I could go and buy a house if I save up my money, I could go on holidays and I could travel. I think my life goals are constantly changing, or they're always changing, genuinely. But I'm not ashamed of where I'm at in life right now. Alhamdulillah, I think I'm in a good position. So yeah. What's something you're still figuring out? I think people. I'm still figuring people out. I still don't understand why this world has people in it that are genuinely evil or nasty. I think I have come across a lot of evil and nasty people, and it does upset me, because I see people do things that I would never do. And I don't know whether that's because I've been brought up in a certain way, or if it's just something I just would never do. But that is something I can never figure out, because just when you think people can't surprise you anymore, someone does something that surprises you, and you just think, wow, I was not expecting that. And that's when you feel like you've seen it all. But trust me, you've never seen it all, genuinely. So yeah, I think I am still trying to figure out people. Sorry, that took concentration. I have to get it straight. So yeah. What's the hardest thing about your age? Okay, so I'm 20. I turn 21 soon. I actually think one of the biggest challenges I'm facing right now is, obviously, growing up, you go to school, you go to college, everyone's in the same position as you when you're growing up. But as soon as I've left college, obviously everyone does different things. Some people know what they want to do with their life, some people don't. And I think I really struggled with that, because obviously at 18 I had a dream. I think my dream was that I sort of saw myself by 23. I sort of saw myself being married, maybe having a child, having a good career, having a degree, being very successful, and basically that was my version of being happy. But like I said before, I'm not focused on being happy. I just want to be at peace. I think, wait, what was the question? The hardest thing, I think I'm struggling because everyone's doing different things at my age, and there's pressure on like what we should all be doing at this age. But I realized I'm still very young. I'm still young, and there's no rush on anything. Everything happens for a reason, and it happens at the right time. Yeah, there's people my age that are married or have been married for a year and are currently having kids. There are people my age that have just left college and are still going on to the next phase of their life. And there are people that are my age that are doing the same thing as me, working full time and trying to build a career. But I don't think there's anything wrong in that. Life's not a competition. We're literally not here to compete with anyone. Do you know what I mean? We're waiting for something better, and I think if you obviously keep praying and you do things the right way, something better will come and you will get your peace. But yeah, I think that is something that that I've struggled with, is that I sort of felt a bit of pressure thinking that I'm not where other people are at my age, but there's no competition, there's no pressure. Do you know what I mean? And if there is, take it out. Do you know what I mean? Out of sight, out of mind, because you are who you are. Whoever's watching this, you're a great person, and you've probably got so many qualities about you. No, you definitely have so many qualities about you. So act like it. It doesn't matter if you're so behind everyone else. Do you know what I mean? You do what you do and it's right for you, and there's a reason why it's not all happening for you right now. So yeah. Okay, the next question is, the last time I stepped out of... I dropped something. The last time I stepped out of my comfort zone is a really, really good question. I feel like I'm always stepping out of my comfort zone. I don't know what my comfort zone is. My comfort zone is going out, trying new things. I'm quite extroverted, so I don't think I have a comfort zone. I like to go out, I like to try new things, I like to meet new people. I think if I wasn't doing that, that would be me stepping out of my comfort zone. But yeah, I can't really answer that question. Okay, the next question. Does money buy happiness? Oh my god, I feel like I love this question. Does money buy happiness? To an extent, it does buy happiness. I feel like, because I know if I had 10 grand, which to a lot of people isn't a lot of money, but to me it is. If I had 10 grand right now, I know I would go buy things. Do you know what I mean? I would make myself happy with that 10 grand. So it does buy happiness to a certain extent, but I feel like if you rely on money to make you happy, it doesn't give you happiness, because then you literally are making your life about the fact that the only way you can be happy is if you've got money, and if you don't have money or enough money, you aren't happy, which I think is a very toxic way of thinking. Because like I said before, there's so much to life, there's so much beauty in life, there's so many things in the world that can bring anyone happiness. And if you're solely relying on money to be your source of happiness, then there's an issue somewhere, and that needs to be sorted out. So yeah, I think to an extent money can buy you happiness. Money can buy me a Birkin bag, and a Birkin bag would definitely make me happy. Or it could buy me a really nice BMW M4 Competition, and that would make me happy. But also, if I'm relying on money to make me happy, then after a certain point, it's going to stop making me happy, and I'm just going to keep wanting more and more and more. Money makes you greedy. Let's take that. Yeah, money makes you greedy. Okay, the next question is, what would you tell your younger self? My younger self, I think what I would tell my younger self is, be yourself. Do not let anybody in this earth stop you from being yourself. You are who you are for a reason. You like what you like for a reason. You don't like what you don't like for a reason, but be yourself. and don't let anyone take that away from you. If you've got a spark, don't let anyone kill that spark, whether it's family or a guy or friends. Don't change yourself for people, because I promise you, people will not change themselves for you. And the people that you're changing yourself for are definitely not the people that are going to be there for you when you need it. So I would definitely tell my younger self, just be yourself and don't change yourself, because I think I got to a certain point in my life where I was sort of changing myself to fit in, but then I realised, like, what am I fitting in for? Like, I have things that people want, do you know what I mean? And people have things that I want, but there's nothing that I can do that I could change about myself that will get me those things and that will make me happy. So why am I changing myself and everything about me? Do you know what I mean? Why am I'm a lot. I know I'm a lot, but it is what it is. Actually, I went out with my friend once and we met these two ladies, and one of these ladies, she was a lot, and I love a lot, right? And she genuinely, I was in awe of her. She had so much confidence, and she was so intelligent, and I loved that. And one thing she said to me is, because we were talking about it, and she goes, if anyone ever tells you that you're a lot, your response should be, maybe you're not enough, or maybe you're too less. If someone ever tells you that you're a lot, your response to them should be, you're too less. And if they don't like that, tell them to get gone. And you know what, even if they do like it, if they think you're a lot, get gone. Because the right people will not think you're a lot. The right people will appreciate what you bring to their life and the type of person that you are. What's one thing you change about the world? Definitely the people. Honestly, I think I would, if I could change the world, the one thing I would want to do is get rid of all evil in this world. I don't know. I feel like my one thing is I'm too nice. Like, I could be really nice. Like, if someone was trying to walk all over me, I would let it happen. Because, not that I can't be mean, I can be mean. As in, we all can be mean. But I just don't see the point in seeking revenge. Like, if something happens in the moment, I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? But then after that, I think about it, I always just come back to, you know what? If they're wrong, God will do right by me. God genuinely will do right by me. But I just can't stand the evilness in this world. And if I could change that, I would. But you know what? I know that this world is a test, and that Allah will change the evilness in the world. And there's a reason He's put evil in the world, so that good people like everyone watching this video and myself can prosper and can do good things. So yeah, there's that. Okay, what makes me happy? God, a lot of things make me happy. I love shopping. Shopping makes me happy. So happy. So if anyone wants to take me on a shopping trip, or, you know, donate to my bank account, please feel free. Flowers. I love flowers. No matter what anyone says, and it could be the most cliche girly thing ever, but I love flowers. You get me flowers, I'll be happy. I will not say a word because I will be too busy staring at the flowers you got me. So yeah, flowers make me happy. Seeing people happy makes me happy. You know, when I see someone that I care about that's happy, that genuinely makes me happy. And I sound, like I said before, I sound so cliche, but I'm not even, I wish I was lying, but I'm not. I love seeing people that I love happy. What kind of person do I want to become? Great question. I'll be honest, I feel like this generation is so focused on like money and getting rich and this and that, but it's not really where my interest. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to be settled. I want to know that I'm not like that, I'm taken care of financially, whether it's myself doing it or someone else. But money isn't like my biggest concern. I think what I want from life is, like I said before, to have a peaceful life and to just sort of be happy in a sense. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm answering the wrong question. What do I want from it? I forgot the question. Okay, I'm just gonna move on because I've forgotten. What am I still confused about? I feel like that's similar to the other question. So I'm not even gonna answer that because I don't even know how to answer that. What do you want your future self to thank you for? That is a great question. I think I would want my future self to thank me for being myself. I'll be honest, I got bullied in college for certain things that I'm not going to talk about. But however, that took a really big hit on my confidence, and the person I was, and it sent me into a spiral, and I was doing things that I probably wouldn't do now. And I think that's just because I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't have a support system. So I just turned to things that weren't the most tangible of things to turn to. But I've learned over the years that honestly, being yourself is the best. It's the best self-care. This world does not care. No one in this world cares. People are so bothered about themselves, they actually could not give a shit about you. So I think I would genuinely, I think finding out who I am as a person and being myself has really helped me in terms of connecting with people, growing like relationships and whatever it is. So I think I would then genuinely thank myself for being myself and never changing that for anyone, no matter who it is. If you don't like me for who I am, then you don't like me. And as in, not that I don't like you, but it's your loss, baby girl. It is as simple as that. What makes someone attractive besides their looks? Okay, not personality, humour. I think so when someone's funny, 10 times more attractive. Like goofy and funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, yeah, you have to have a good personality. You have to be a good person to some extent, because then I won't be attracted to you. But I just think, you know, when someone's got like a sense of humor, oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze, 1 second. Alhamdulillah. When someone's got a sense of humor that they're not, and it's like a goofy one as well, that they're not afraid to show in front of people, I just think that's so attractive. But I guess you could also confuse that, well, you can also say that's someone being chalant. I hate nonchalant people, whether you're a girl that I'm trying to be friends with, or a guy that I'm trying to be friends with, or a guy that I'm trying to chat to, whatever it is. I hate people that are nonchalant, because I am not nonchalant. I actually don't care. I feel like there's no such thing as desperateness to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I look desperate, I don't care, because I feel like looking desperate is just something that our society and like generation has just made as a thing. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think being desperate is a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I like a guy, I'll make it known that I like a guy, and I'll make it known what my intentions are. If a guy's not feeling the same way, then that's absolutely fine. Like, I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna, like, I don't know, hurt myself over it. I'll just deal with it like I deal with everything else. Like, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I forgot what my point was there, I'll be honest. But yeah, just you guys are listening, so you'll remember what it is. Okay, I've lost the brush, 1 second. I found the brush. Okay, what keeps you up at night? That is the next question. I'll be honest, I'm an overthinker, and if something happens, I will think of it until I actually cannot handle it anymore. My brain will, and I can't stop it. It's just how my brain's wired. I'm an overthinker, and it will send me into psychosis, but that is who I am. I think the way that I deal with that is doing dhikr. Like, I'll just like do dhikr. I'll just say Allahu Akbar or Alhamdulillah. Every time I feel like I've got a problem or something's bugging me, I always say Alhamdulillah, because the way I see it is that no matter what happens, whether it's good or bad, it's a blessing from Allah. And you should always appreciate a blessing from Allah. So yeah, I think overthinking does keep me up at night, or just thinking too much keeps me up at night, and I can't deal with it sometimes. Like, I'll be honest, there has been moments where I've genuinely thought so much that like I've not slept the whole night, and I've had to like take like a Nitol to help me sleep, because my brain just doesn't switch off. It's just constantly 100 miles per hour going, and I'll think about stuff, whether it's the way someone looked at me, or the way I looked at someone, or someone said something to me and I've just deeped it so much when it's never that deep. So yeah, thinking does keep me up at night. What are you excited about? I'll be honest, I'm excited to get married. I'll be honest, I don't know when it's gonna happen, and I'm not rushing it. Like, it's not my main thing, but I'm excited for the day that it happens, because I don't know, I feel like it's not the loneliness that gets to me. Do you know what I mean? It's just wanting a companion. It's just being lonely. Like, I can be alone, I've got no problem with being alone, I've done everything alone anyways. It's just like, I want someone to share it with. Do you know what I mean? I want a companion. I want someone to be happy because I'm happy, and I want to make someone happy, and I want someone to, well, not be upset because I'm upset, but you know what my point is. So yeah, I think that is something I'm excited about. And also, I want a big, well, not a fat wedding. I want a small intimate wedding, but I want it to be vibes. And I just know, inshallah, inshallah, my wedding's gonna be vibes. But yeah, I would definitely say that I'm excited to get married, because I don't have a big circle of people. I don't like to keep a big circle of people, and just the thought of having one person that you can go through everything with, and you can grow with, and you can support and be there for, and they can support and be there for you, it just brings me comfort and it makes me happy. So whoever's out there, if I'm supposed to be marrying you, get here ASAP, because this needs to happen soon. All right. Okay, moving on. Next question. What's something you've outgrown? Okay, this is, and this might be very controversial, but obviously growing up, you know, girls like to chat shit, girls like to gossip. I think I've outgrown the gossiping, genuinely. I think it's because I've realised how bad it is gossiping, and I've also realised that why am I gossiping about people when I wouldn't like it if they're gossiping about me. And I do think I've outgrown that. Don't get me wrong, every now and then, like, you do have a little chinwag with your friends, but obviously growing up, it was just a thing to do. Like, everyone you knew would do it, and it was normal to do it. There was never anything bad in doing it, but you just know that if anyone found out what you had said, it would be a big deal. But I do think I've outgrown that. I'm not fond of gossiping anymore. As in, I don't think I was ever fond of it, but I don't hate it, because, as in, I do, but I don't. But I'm just not, I don't like it. I just think if I am around people that I've never met, or even people that I know very well, and they start gossiping, I don't like being there. It makes me uncomfortable. Because, and I will never, I'll try not to participate in that conversation, especially if I don't know the person. Like, don't get me wrong, you get angry when something happens, but I wouldn't gossip. And if I do, I always say to myself after it, like, out loud, whether I'm with the people I'm gossiping with or not, that, you know what, Allah forgive me, because I don't know what that person's going through, and I don't know what situation that they were in to do what they did. But I do think I've outgrown the gossiping, because I just don't do it as much. I think there's more to life, and if your friendship is based on gossiping, then I'm a firm believer that you don't have a real friendship. I think my phone's gonna die, one sec. Okay, I'm back. My phone is charged a bit more. I'm nearly done anyway, so it shouldn't take too long. The next question, I forgot what I was speaking about, so I'm moving on to the next question, is how important is loyalty? Personally, I think loyalty is very important. I think if someone stays loyal to you, it is a big thing, because loyalty isn't just about, you know, being there for you and not chatting shit on whatever it is. I think loyalty is a lot of things. I think loyalty is, you know, if someone is going to be there for you, but not just be there for you when you need them, but when they need you, and also not just when you're good and you're successful and things are going good with you, but also when you're at your lowest. I think that's what loyalty is. I think if someone is willing to be there for you when you're at your lowest, and also when you're at your best, it is a good thing. And also that ensures that, you know, you've got the trust. It includes, you know, you have to have communication to get there. And if you do stay loyal to someone, you know, I just don't see how things could go wrong. Do you know what I mean? Because if you break loyalty, you're breaking someone's trust. Do you know what I mean? Because you're doing something that basically means you've given them a reason to not trust you. Keeps cutting off, but anyways, as I was saying, I can't remember what I was saying, but I think I was talking about loyalty, and my point basically is without loyalty, there's a lot of other things, but without loyalty, you ain't got nothing else. Because if you don't have loyalty, you don't have trust. And if you don't have trust, that means you've also not got the communication or the respect. So I think loyalty is very important. But at the same time, so is trust, communication and respect. I think I would say respect is the biggest thing. Not loyalty, but respect would definitely be the biggest thing. Because if you can't respect one another, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, how do you expect to be sensitive towards each other's feelings and have a good communication style? You need to respect someone regardless of their thoughts or their feelings. You have to show them respect when they're telling you that this is how they feel or this is what they think, because if you don't, then to them they're just going to see it as, well, you just don't see me for me, you don't agree with me, and you don't support me in anything that I do. So for me, respect definitely would be the biggest thing, but like I said, loyalty is also a big thing. But yeah, I'm sort of done my makeup anyways, just lip gloss, which is a finishing touch, and I think maybe some eyeliner. But yeah, like if you guys would like to see more videos like this, comment or just message me separately and let me know, because I actually liked making this video and I would love to make more like this. If there's certain topics you want to hear me speak about, let me know, and I'm happy to speak about them. And if you don't agree with the stuff that I'm saying, then deal with it. Jokes. If you want to tell me that you don't agree, then tell me you don't agree, and I'm sure we can have a civil, adult, mature conversation about it. If not, keep it to yourself, but don't hate, because we don't like the haters. Fuck the haters. I'm in a rush, so I'm gonna have to love you and leave you guys, but I'm sure I will see you soon in another YouTube video. So goodbye, pookies.